For decades, Sarasota has been nicknamed Circus City. It was the winter home to Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, but it was also home to the oldest youth circus in America, Sailor Circus.
What makes Sarasota so special and unique? It's the circus. It's the circus town. In 1927, John Ringling moved the winter quarters from Bridgeport, Connecticut to Sarasota, and Sarasota then became the circus city of the world. Sailor Circus started 74 years ago, believe it or not, as a PE program at the Sarasota High School gym. And those days, there were many circus families that homesteaded in Sarasota, and the kids used to go to school. Well, the coach for the PE program saw these kids tumbling and doing somersaults and flick-flacks and said, "Who taught you how to do all that stuff?" And I said, "My parents, they're in the circus." So they invited some of the parents, the coaches, to come and coach circus arts. And it was very exciting, very popular, and it grew and grew and grew. So they grew out of their gym actually onto the football field, and they started doing performances. Eventually they even got their own big top, which they used to put up in the spring and do the performances in the big top, the real circus. And now today, obviously, we have this beautiful arena, air-conditioned, 1,300 seats. It's fantastic. So the Sailor Circus has an incredible, rich history of the circus arts.
And these students took their talents around the world.
They went to Peru, South America, Peru, not Indiana. They went to Japan. So they really got to perform around the world and made an incredible impact for the local community. So the program itself, about 1% of the students really turn professional. Most of them we encourage to go on to go straight to college, you know. But those that do turn professional, some of the Wallanders, Christianis, participate in the program. My wife, Dolly Jacobs, she was a student there in Sailor Circus.
25 years ago, Pedro and his wife, Dolly Jacobs, started what is now known as the Circus Arts Conservatory.
Our focus is to continue the legacy of circus in Sarasota and also to raise the perception of the circus to become recognized as the true art form that it is. We have many outreach programs in the community. We have our education programs that serves 5th grade students in Sarasota and Manatee County, demonstrating physics, because the circus arts can truly explain and demonstrate gravity, for example, or friction.
Bringing the circus arts into communities who might not have had access. It's just one way to preserve a culture enjoyed by so many around the world.
Sarasota is unique in that we have the ballet, we have the opera, we have theaters, but we also have the circus. As I explained, John Ringling moved the winter quarters to Sarasota in 1927, and of course we have the beautiful Ringling Museum, the Kadazan, the house that John and Mabel Ringling lived in, and the museum represents the past. Obviously, it's a museum. What we represent is the present and the future. Continue the legacy of circus and the community's rich circus heritage.